I think they actually want to block, but the problem is that they don't make any progress then. Here we go. Here we go. Just 3 cards and 3 loyalty. Torch the tower? I would love to. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we get the treasure because we are stealing opponent's cards and that needs to be rewarded. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we have the special day. We have finally all the new cards, and I've been grinding like crazy, so you get the new deck still today. So without further ado, let's talk about the new cards because that's important. Defend the Rider, 1 mana that Aether protects your creature with hexproof indestructible, but also it can create a 1 mana pilot. So it's a 1/1 that crews as it has 3 power, which in this deck crews every single vehicle. For 1 mana, it's instant speed. That means you can ambush, that means you can play this at the end step so you can attack on the next turn. This card is insane kinda. We also have the Elite. Basically it's a 2 mana 3/3 for each, and when you cycle you can destroy artifact or enchantment, which makes it 2 for 1 instantly. And the Thunderous Velocipede, a 3 mana 5/5 with trample. This is a very good start for the card, and whenever a small creature, and I mean small, 4 mana cost or less, enters the battlefield, it gets additional +1/+1 counter. So all the pilots, all the elves, and of course the bigger creatures, everything gets instantly pumped. And by the way, every Lord Skitter rat instantly becomes a 2/2, which is a big difference. And if the creature is bigger with 5 or higher, it gets +3/+3 counters basically, with you know Glissa. And the main dish, Debris Beetle, the first card of this deck, a 4 mana 6/6 with trample that also drains 3 life from your opponent. They lose, you gain. And man, this is such a brick. It also has crew too, so it's extremely easy to crew, even with like elves with this counter. It's actually 2 power already, so it can crew a 6/6 on the same turn. So if Monored is attacking you, they need to deal extra 9 damage just to continue attacking, because you gain 3 life and this has 6 toughness. So extremely powerful card, and I wouldn't be surprised if we are seeing more of this in the future years, but we'll talk about the choices more in the outro. With Gonti Knight Minister, you get basically option to steal your opponent's cards, and every time your creature deals combat damage to, you know, the player, you steal top card of the library. Whenever you cast it using any course of mana, you instantly create a treasure token that can fuel the next spell. So you basically get a 1 mana discount on all of those cards that you are stealing. And Gonti doesn't need to attack. All the other creatures can attack and you already get the value. So very nice card. And with Aetherspark, this card is something else. You could say that it looks like a main prize of the deck. Honestly, this is extremely powerful planeswalker that basically you play this, you go for +1, it attaches to creature with basically gives it a +1/+1, and every time this creature deals combat damage, you put so many loyalty counters on this, which means that if you put it on Glissa, it's 4 damage, which means this gets to 5/9 loyalty on the turn it enters. And also this cannot be attacked, because as long as this is attached to a creature, it's not a planeswalker, so you cannot attack it. So they need to kill Glissa and then they need to attack it for 9 on the same turn, and it only costs 4 mana. For -5 you draw 2 cards instantly, and every time you attack you put so much loyalty counters that you can basically keep drawing 2 extra cards every turn. So this card is kinda nuts, you will see it. And guys, we will talk about all the card choices in the outro, and if you are excited for the all upcoming decks, if you want to see them faster than everyone else, they will be up probably in a few hours after this one on the channel. So if you are Elite member or you will join Patreon, you will get those deck lists faster than everyone else. So this is the best time to join if you ever wanted to support the channel, and of course my eternal gratitude. And with that being said, our absolute legend for today is Blob Zombie on this special day with Golgari. We could say that, my friend, you won the main prize. So really thank you for all the support and making comment section so much better since so many years. So thank you for that, and yeah, let's go to the gameplay. Alright, we're going first, and we have the Velocipede, so that should be pretty nice. We of course go with the elves. We want to go as quickly as possible, especially on this board. And Hopeless Nightmare. I think we have a very nice target here. Llanowar Elves is definitely the type of card we want to get rid of. And let's go with this guy, because we can start hitting face very quickly with this. And it also pumps all the future creatures. Yeah, we'll see the draw. If we have untapped land, we can play Glissa. If they try to kill her, we can defend, I mean the rider, you know. So that would be nice. If not, we can always use this to crew. So this will be a bit of a problem for our opponent. Momentum Breaker, sure. Yeah, of course we go like this. Alright, and let's go for this one. That's why it's so important to, you know, have this creature in the board. So we can now crew. And start hitting face. The favorite. Everyone's favorite, hitting face. So that was a big chunk of damage, but we have a long way to go. Glissa should help, but the problem is that we actually don't have too many creatures. Shoot the Sheriff. I would love it to, you know, hit the creature, but not sure if our opponent is playing them. Alright, I think we assume that they don't. It's probably Dimir Bounce though, so there is a chance that they might have something, but I cannot take this risk. We just need to go as hard as possible with Glissa. This might be some interaction, but we still need to play into it. Let's see. Let's see. It could just be removal. No, the intensity is growing, even without the mechanic. And now we can of course go like this. So you can see that the pressure is mounting very quickly. Let's see. Okay. And what is the other card? Alright, so they will hit Glissa. But we can still hit face every time, which is super nice. That's 7 damage. They're actually close to dying. And we have 4 mana, which means we can play every creature from the whole deck. Momentum Breaker is actually not amazing for them, right? Because we can just sacrifice this, crew this, and then every next creature basically kills them. 1 mana. I don't see interaction. That's huge. And you know what? I think we go like this. So this also gets more power, in case they remove it. You can see that this is doing work this game. And that also means that every beetle instantly wins the game because it's 3 damage to face. Every creature that can crew it is probably also game over because we can attack with haste basically. And they also need to answer all of this. And by the way, untapped land with cottage is also lethal. So I don't think they are getting out of this. And this is the mere bounce, one of the most powerful decks in the format right now. I didn't play with the Momentum Breaker, but like it should be extremely strong deck right now. So if we win, I'll take it. This would be very nice. And also every beetle is instantly one game if they don't have a counter spell, which is really sweet. So we have like so many lethal options, it's crazy. I don't think they are going, you know, they are coming out of this alive. But let's see, maybe they can prove me wrong. Alright, easy target on the elves, sure. Now Momentum Breaker can hit Glissa. I mean, if they have this and we miss on the land and we also miss on the creature somehow, I mean, maybe. Well, we didn't. And I can literally cycle this. Oh, and this is so funny. So I can cycle this, destroy up to 1 target and artifact. Let's go. We need to check this mode. I've never used it and I want to use it right now. Let's go. So we kill this for free and we get the card back. And of course the card will be a land. But we still won. So we have 2 lethals right now. Alright, let's see this one. I mean, this is a pretty decent hand. Let's go on Pain. I will actually go on Pain because I think this 1 extra mana can give us so much. Even though we don't have 3 drops, we might draw some, and even if we don't, the extra mana is always nice. Alright, here's the draw. So we go for the Elite probably, which means we probably can tap here. Yeah, let's go like this. Let's go like this. They might have enchantment, but I hope we can go faster than them. Even without our 3 and 4 drops, which is a little bit scary, but we'll see, we'll see. I hope they cannot attack right now, unless they have removal, but in that case they always can attack. Hopeless Nightmare. That's actually perfect. I will keep the Fountainport. We don't have 4 mana yet, but at some point we will, so this might help us, you know, get some extra stuff in the future. Alright. So, in this situation, I think we swing. I can trade with the Dreadknight. I really hope my opponent will draw a land. I think we'll wait for him, just for the sake of, you know, like, coolness. I will trade here. Okay, except the Dreadknight, because I have to play it on the next turn. Hopeless Nightmare. We're drawing cards, so it's nice. So I will just play this, but we won't make progress. I will wait for my opponent to, you know, draw something. This way, this is preserved. Alright, they draw a land, we can play a game. Nice. So they can have mirrors, because I already see a lot of sacrifice fodder. Alright. They can get it back. I think I will protect a different creature. This one is nice, but it already served its role. And I think we can get better plays in the future. Oh my god. Oh boy. This is definitely something. Let's go. We have to go over this. Oh boy. Let's see. We can draw so many cards on the future turn. So this is already at 9 loyalty, you know, just by single play. Like, we play it and instantly gets 5 extra loyalty. It also cannot be attacked. So, I mean, that's a good start. Go for the fraud. Sure. Now they can attack. They just need 5 turns to get all the loyalty out. Oh boy, this is not going great for them. And now we can play card. Let's go for untap land for sure. We go like this. This is the creature, right? Yep. Let's go. I really want to draw cards, to be honest. So let's draw cards. I should draw first, of course. And with that being said, we pass the turn. We can kill a creature. We can protect creature, and with Gonti we can transform every creature into a card. So man, I think this will be pretty nice. When the amount of loyalty you get on this thing is incredible, and whenever you are bored with, you know, defending it, you just equip it with +1. So they will attack, which is honestly, I actually don't even want to defend. Oh, this is an auto. Alright, you got it. So we will go like this. If they want to get it back, they need to target. And we can always make this guy, so we can already get some value. Yeah, like, we will actually win them on value, not on tempo. Yep, here's the mirror. But that, so they will get a lot of value from this. They will get 2 cards and also Scry 2. Man, normally in blue decks I need to pay 4 mana for this effect, and it's already like premium ratio. So, very good deal for them. They will fix everything about the draw, but we can already start stealing their cards, which should be really nice. And you can also equip the Aetherspark. Sure. Are you an outlaw? Of course, you are a warlock. But I think this is the end, so let's go for the creature. I mean, now I can target. Right? Just make sure. Warlocks, sure. But that should be really nice. And we want untapped mana on this turn. So, we go like this. Here's Gonti, the Night Minister. And now we can equip this. Hit their face. And enjoy 3 cards in every way. We can also draw 2 with Aetherspark on the next turn as well. I think they actually want to block, but the problem is that they don't make any progress then. Here we go. Here we go. Just 3 cards and 3 loyalty. Torch the tower? I would love to. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we get the treasure because we are stealing opponent's cards and that needs to be rewarded. And now we play this. We get more stuff. We are kind of popping off here. Oh, this is such a menace. If you don't have Planeswalker removal, like, this is so hard to remove. Especially if you don't have board. And by stealing cards every turn, like we are speeding up this process so hard, because every time you hit and cast something, you recoup 1 mana. So basically get like 1 mana discount on every spell you have stolen. Or you can even stockpile them for later. Alright, Braids. By the way, they're at 7. I actually didn't even notice that we dealt so much damage. I would love to draw the Beetle. That would help so much to close the game, but it's fine. It's fine. We can draw a land as well. So, what do we do here? I could attack, but I don't think we want to. I wanted to play. I thought this is this for some reason. This is the last land I wanted to play on this turn. It's fine. Let's go for this. Now we can attack. Very easy, and let's see what we'll steal this turn. They probably want to block, to be absolutely honest. Like, we're getting so much value from this card. Yep, we still steal the card, but now we also remove something, which is super nice. Oh, this is combat damage. It doesn't need to be on the... Oh my god, we can draw cards anyway. Oh yes, stealing our opponent's cards. Perfect. Perfect. Let's draw 2, because why not? Very nice. Let's go with Fountainport mana. We get the treasure. Cause why not? They're at 1. Sorry, at 2, but it's kind of the same as 1. And I think we go with this. Into probably elves, to be honest. I just want to make sure that they cannot resolve anything. And I'm using the treasure because I don't want to pain myself. Because I think at this stage we cannot lose the value game, and we will always be ahead as long as they don't kill us in 1 turn with some weird stuff. Aetherspark, I told you. Alright, our opponent is going first. Let's see what is going on. Some control or Oculus deck, right? I don't assume that there will be any new decks, right? Let's go with the elves and see what happens. We can go Glissa into Aetherspark, which would be a very nice opening. So they want to draw some cards, huh? They want to draw some cards. Let's go. Let's go. This is definitely a good start, and it goes around lockdown in case this is indeed the mythical, legendary control deck. Here's your honk for the day, and let's see what is going on. Oh, but I think we will go with it. I just want to see this in action. If this gets countered, we still draw a card. Oh, this is them. Oh, this is the first time I've seen the full art. Listen, even if they kill Glissa, we keep the Aetherspark in the battlefield, and we also can draw next turn 2 cards. Let's go. What bet will happen to Glissa? Sunslayer. Not on my watch, sure, that's fine. But we still get the Planeswalker on this turn, and even on Elves this will be pretty scary. So let's see what our opponent is cooking. We could draw 2 cards, but we don't want to waste it. If they kill it, we'll replay it. So far our opponent has perfect responses from start to finish, but will that last forever? We will see, we will see. This is a good one, because with this land we can go Aetherspark, equip it, and already get some sweet value. Let's attach, so we can stack counters. So this will be on 7 loyalty already, which means we can draw 2 cards on the next turn. Let's see, they need another Get Lost or Remove. Man, they are insanely good at hitting those things. Oh my god, they actually hit perfectly every Planeswalker removal from start to finish while also drawing cards. Impressive, impressive. Let's go with Glissa, see how long can they do it. And definitely try like this. I mean, I'll take it. They can Demolition Field our cottage and prevent this draw. So I will keep 1 map token. I think we hit face. By the way, every of those Planeswalker removals, if they missed, the game would be close to over, because we would draw so many new cards. But so far they're keeping up perfectly. They're keeping this Demolition Field. Let's see if they will allow us to draw a card. Yep. Oh my god, they have the 3rd one in a row. Alright, cool. Very cool. So we will go, of course, with the Dreadknight. Draw a card that isn't the best one. And we will play like this. I should probably draw a card with map first, but it's fine. Alright, this elf need to go super hard. I mean, this is a good one. A little bit late, but a good one. Do I want the pump? Lockdown can hit everything, but also the map token, so let's go. Why not? Why not? We still have one more. Don't get baited by the last one. The last one is from Llanowar Elves. If you do it, you probably won't attack. So let's see the sweeper now. If our opponent has perfect draw from start to finish, I know they have a sweeper as well. However, we'll see if that's a sweeper for vehicles as well. Like, we have a new one that does it, but let's see if they play it. I just realized, so far there's literally not a single new card in this deck. But it's fine, it's fine. Alright, another light. At some point, by the way, if not those deduces, they would already be out of removal. But this gives them access to some extra. So, we could swing, they keep the demolition field mana, which is, you know, pretty smart. So we will go with this one, and this will enhance all the future attacks for the rest of the game. We go for this, because if they kill it, we shoot the sheriff, so we get the card back. Alright, that's okay, I guess. I mean, let's swing. See what happens. 3 damage happens. Don't forget we also have the cottage. So, despite all of those perfect answers, 5 different removal spells, we can do quite a lot, sure. I mean, we don't really need it. They won't cast anything else. So let's go with this. We take a swamp, I believe. Yep, here we go. And we still have the board, unlike our opponent. And we can protect the Dreadknight once, because they really want to exile it right now. Another demolition. Literally, answer to everything. So let's see what the play is. Now they might be in some trouble. We definitely want to draw some cards with the Dreadknight. Yep, good for them, good for them. With so much mana, this is the perfect draw. I think they just drew it. Alright, 2 cards. However, they needed to spend a little bit of the sweet mana, so we will see what happens. They probably wait for the vehicle. As expected, whenever we are out of value, this will be a land from the top in 24 lander. So what can we go for? We actually want to attack with Dreadknight, I'll be honest. Because this is the last card they want to destroy. So this will be useful for lethal, but for now we can stack some damage. And I actually will go for it. Yep. Because now we can try to replay it. We will have enough mana for no more life, so it's only about 3 steps ahead. Alright, here's more cards. And now when this enters, this will get a counter, which is also nice. And that will be lethal on the next turn exactly. If they try to exile it, we shoot the sheriff. And now every creature will be a big problem for our opponent. Sure. 2 more cards. Man, they didn't whiff for a single turn this game. Here's the first Jace, but we're at quite a lot of cards. So I think they will try to debuff the Dreadknight, because then it's harder to crew. But we'll see, because there are a lot of draws that might kill them, like literally kill them. I mean, is that the one? It kinda is, I think, right? We activate this. This is one of the cool things about vehicles. If you are not an aggro player, sorry, not a control player, because you can instantly crew extra creatures, so now they need to kill it. And when they do, we probably go for another one, right? They can go for it, but this will cost them a little bit of mana. And I can activate it again. Yep, alright. So of course we go for this, we crew 3, that's why the land is here. And now they're forced to get rid of this one. And of course we'll go face with both. We won't kill Jace, so we just need to roll with Jace. Oh, is that the right play? I'm not super convinced. Let's see. They need removal. Vehicles always gets them. Alright, going first. A little bit scared on the mana side, so I really hope we draw a land from the top. We can try to get Dreadknight, but we would prefer to play on curve. We'll see, we'll see. This might be a bit of a rough hand. Llanowar Elves, definitely like a little bit late here. Do I draw more cards, or I just try to go for the Dreadknight? You know what, maybe we just play Elves here. It kind of solves the problems, right? And probably will deter our opponent from attacking with Recruit. I really hope. I really hope, because I don't want to block. Let's see. Alright, don't attack please. Oh no, they attacked. So if I wasn't Mana Screw, I would completely take this trade and we would be ahead. But with Mana Screw, I risk that I lose the game right now. Alright, we got it. So do we go with this guy and try to pump everything? I think we start with Lord Skitter. I think we start with this. Yeah, just because then we get a little bit more value for the future. Alright, alright. We are setting up. We are setting up. If we're like a little bit faster on the opening, we would go for this one so we can pump all the creatures, but right now I cannot miss one turn. I need to already have some blockers. Shelter by Ghost, the best card for as usual. Always gets ahead if you get it. So now everything is pumped. Cool. Cool, cool. So we have to deploy the ultimate answer right now. It has to be Glissa. We missed on a land here, so that's not perfect. Yep, we need to go for Glissa, because that should stabilize us a little bit. We cannot attack with this one. Oh man, this is so rough. We didn't hit another removal, so we cannot kill the Ace Archer. But with Glissa we should be able to stabilize nicely. Alright, now we are getting to the stage of the game that we desperately wanted. Let's go for this one. So now every creature will be stronger, which will absolutely help a lot. And I actually don't want to draw cards. We just want as much power in the board as possible. Alright, that helps, right? Everything is so much stronger right now. Can I attack with Sunslayer? I actually don't think we can. I don't think we can. But now we have the vehicle, and this will be a big problem for our opponent, I hope. But their creatures are pretty pumped right now. Don't forget, Glissa has first strike, so if you have any kind of like lord creatures that pump others, you can kill them before the rest of the combat, which is super sweet. They went for it. Okay. Interesting. I will crow. Let's go like this. And let's go to blockers. I want to see what is going on. I'm not sure if our opponent realized what our cards do. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed those new cards in action, and we need to talk. We need to talk about the choices, because like there's so much right now, and I had so many ideas I couldn't decide what to go for, but Golgari is always fan favorite, and Debris Beetle was something that I think we all were super curious about, including the Aetherspark, and I'm a huge fan of Gonti. Like, I played with historic version of this card in historic so much. However, we will start with the things that I'm not super sure about, and Gonti is definitely the first one, because even though it's a very cool card, 4 mana that steals cards, you need to hit your opponent's face, and we have cards like Geeks, and it's 1 mana cheaper with very similar stat line, and it draws from your deck that is always considered a little bit better. You don't get the discount, but I mean, you still get the same effect. Honestly, I think this is more of a fun card. I absolutely love it, and I will make a lot of decks with this. But if you are, tight on the wild cards, I think you probably want to wait with this one. I wouldn't craft it yet. And yeah, before we go into the rest of the cards, I will try to still make it a little bit concise because it's super early and I want you to get the video still today, so we cannot overdo it in the outro. But first, huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting us so we can, just grind on this special day and provide you with the best content we can do. So thank you guys for this, and if you wanted to join Patreon, this is the day you will get all the early deck lists before everyone else, and you can, terrorize the ladder a little bit. And with that being said, let's go back to the deck. Aetherspark. I think this is probably the card that seemed the most powerful. You need a good shell for this. You need to be aggressive, you need to be on the aggression basically, because of course it doesn't defend in any way. But it is extremely powerful effect. Drawing 2 extra cards so often, even +1, just attaching to a creature and pumping it is very often a very nice value. Like, it's not like on the first turn you are just, oh no, I did nothing. Like, you can feel the pump, and it also makes your creatures harder to trade and stuff like this. But when you draw those cards, man, you are getting ahead, and that gets you more ahead, and then you can more attack, and this kind of stuff. So it's very nice, especially if you attach this to like a trampler. Of course, then it unattaches when this stops being a creature, but hitting for 7 and getting 7 loyalty counters, man, you can actually draw 2 cards twice in a row against some decks. So if your opponent doesn't remove this instantly in some way, they could be in such a trouble. But of course, you need to be aggressive on this one. But I really like the card so far. Like, in aggressive deck, it's extremely rough, man, to answer. Debris Beetle. This card is extremely powerful, so I think that we'll be seeing more of this in the future. It's extremely easy to crew as well. It's only crew 2, contrary to, like, this is a 3-drop which requires crew 3. This is a 4-drop that requires crew 2, and you will feel the difference. It's much easier. This deck is kind of designed to have 3 power. I run a lot of versions of this deck, and I decided that we need Elite on 2 mana, so we can instantly start crewing those vehicles easily, especially the Velocipede. Whenever you play this and it can already block for you, it feels much stronger. With Debris Beetle, it's much easier to crew, and it gets instant effect when it enters the battlefield. However, you usually want to have a creature because most of the time you will probably be on the defensive if you are against like red aggro deck, but on the offensive, man, this hits hard. And I kind of switch for Fountainport because sometimes you get to this 5-7 mana stage, and creating 2 fish is actually not super hard whenever you are top decking lands like crazy. So it helps you in the late game, and then you can activate the Beetle and start hitting their face. This is so much damage, so I really like the card so far, and the fact that it has instant effect is huge. Sometimes there is a problem with keeping creatures in the board so you can crew it, so this is something to keep in mind. That's why we play Lord Skitter and so many creatures. Basically all of them except elves can crew it. That's the idea. And yeah, the Velocipedes, this sometimes was a little bit clunky, but the potential it has is huge, and the stat line is pretty brutal. Like 3 mana 5/5 is already pretty good, and pumping all the other creatures like make it so much easier to go for this chunky, huge damage in the future turns. So I still liked it, but I'm not super sure about this one. It needs good support and a lot of creatures that can instantly crew it. I found that the moment you can crew it instantly after playing it feels way better and way smoother. And Defender Rider is a card that is absolutely amazing, especially in this deck when you can use the pilot function that it crews as having 3 power. So I like the deck. I think we would probably go without Gonti if we were super competitive, and we will see. I would need to test deck more. It should be either the Beetle or the Aetherspark, and I found that you need a lot of removal still right now, so maybe we would go with a cut down. I went optimistic that we will see less mono red with the new set, but we'll see. If the mono red continues, we probably need 4 cut downs in this deck just to stay ahead in the board before Glissa hits. Alright, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments if you liked the video, if you liked the deck, what are your thoughts on the new set. And I just realized that the outro is way longer than I expected, but you know what? I hope that those tips will help you make the good decisions with crafting. It's always best to wait, but I know a lot of you are eager to craft on day one. I can feel it. I would probably do the same. So I hope it helps and saves you some wild cards. And yeah, with that being said, see you tomorrow, or maybe even today if you are a member, and thank you for watching as always.